Okay, so if you're part of an international team, you know the deal. English is supposed to be the common ground, right? But what happens when you know all the words, you know the grammar, but you still can't figure out what's being said? Well, in this explainer, we are going to break down that invisible barrier and give you some real tools to understand pretty much any accent. Let's dive in. Come on, be honest, you've been here, haven't you? You're on a super important call, someone's talking a mile a minute with an accent you're not used to, and you just find yourself smiling, nodding, praying they don't ask you a direct question. You're not alone. And man, is it a stressful feeling. You know, there's actually a name for this whole frustrating experience. It's called the glass wall. It's that invisible thing that just pops up in the middle of a conversation, even when everyone is technically speaking the same language. This isn't about how good your English is. It's about processing speed. Let's dig into what that really means. So here's what's actually happening in your brain. Your colleague, say from New Delhi or Berlin, they're speaking totally fluent English. But the rhythm, the sounds, the speed, it's just so unfamiliar that your brain can't keep up. It kind of gets stuck on the first few words, and by the time it figures those out, whoosh, you've missed the entire point of the sentence. Now, here's the secret, and this is so important. We almost always blame ourselves, right? We think, my English just isn't good enough. But what our source material shows is that this has nothing to do with your grammar or your vocabulary. It's a frequency problem. Think of it like a radio. Your ear just isn't tuned to that specific frequency of English. And the good news is, that's something you can actually fix. So, the very first step to shattering that glass wall isn't some new app or a boring course. It's a massive mental shift. It all starts by changing the goal of how you listen, moving away from a goal that honestly almost guarantees you're going to fail. Just look at this comparison. The old way, the perfection goal, is trying to catch every single word, every the, every and, every but. It's absolutely exhausting, and all that stress actually makes it harder to listen. The new goal? Reception. Your only job is to catch the big, important keywords. That's it. And this is where the 80-20 rule for listening comes in. Seriously, forget all the little filler words. Just focus all your energy on catching the keywords, the verbs, the numbers, the main nouns. Your brain is an incredible machine. You have to trust it to fill in the gaps and build the meaning from those key pieces. All right, so once you've got that new mindset, it's time to actually start training your ear. And thanks to all this sweet tech, you basically have a personal accent coach sitting right in your pocket. You can use it to get ready before your next big meeting. This is a total game changer. You can literally talk to an AI and say something like this. Okay, I have a technical meeting about server migration. Let's practice. I want you to talk to me about it, but simulate a strong New Delhi accent, speaking pretty fast. Oh, and interrupt me and ask me questions so I have to rephrase things. It's like a flight simulator, but for conversations. But hey, what if you don't want to use that specific AI, or you just want another super simple tool? Well, there's another powerful and totally free accent filter you already use every day. Yep, it's YouTube. And there's a simple formula to make it work for you. So here's the formula. Let's say you have a meeting with a client from India. Just go to YouTube and search Indian IT sector interview. Then, here's the key. Watch the videos with the auto-generated subtitles turned on. Now, are the subtitles going to be perfect? Nope. But they give your brain a little safety net, just enough support to help you start tuning into that new accent. Okay, preparation is great, but what do you do when you're actually in the meeting and you're still struggling? Remember, you're not just a passive listener. You have the power to actually control the flow of the conversation. It's all about knowing the right phrases to use. Think of this slide as your toolkit. If someone's talking way too fast, you can politely jump in with, hey, let me just pause you there to make sure I've captured that correctly. If you can't understand a key number, just ask, could you put that specific figure in the chat so the whole team has it? And to make sure you got the main idea, just play it back. So if I understand correctly, your main concern is X. These phrases put you right back in the driver's seat. So you've got the new mindset, you have AI tools, and you've got your in-meeting tactics. But what's the real secret to making this a permanent skill? Well, the final piece of this puzzle is all about the incredible power of microlearning. This right here is the core insight. Your brain learns new accents and sound patterns through consistent, regular exposure. It's not about cramming for an hour. It's about that regularity. You're literally reprogramming the listening neurons in your brain. How cool is that? And this is maybe the most important takeaway of all. Don't try to block out a whole hour on a Sunday to study accents. Instead, just find 3 minutes every single day. Just do a quick YouTube search or a short chat with your AI coach. That tiny daily habit is way, way more powerful for mastering this in the long run. So, as we wrap things up, I want to leave you with a question to really think about. For you personally, what's that one accent that always puts up that glass wall? Just being able to name it, well, that's the very first step to finally breaking right through it.